AOP's in the house. Man, I'm a little late getting started. I was making up a new tuna salad. I'm okay. For the moment, I'm okay. One of these days I'll be free of the bullshit and drama. So, there is a particular angel number that keeps rearing its head, rearing its head at me. So we're gonna go into that and see overall what the collective needs to focus on. I'm gonna switch up my mics. I don't know if that's a great idea there, AOP. I'm gonna switch up my mic, so just give me a sec here. Welcome in, Roxanne. Doing a quick mic check. Doing a quick mic check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Loud and clear. Welcome in, ABQ. Just gonna roll me a cigarette here. Martina B. Welcome in, Lux. What are you, sad Lux? You only have 13 subscribers. Aww. You're not really posting much. I'm doing okay. Moment to moment, I did do a lot of resting this morning. I pretty well slept all day. So just in case the roommate's watching, I'm not avoiding them. I've just basically been focusing on healing and trying to power up. Been focusing on a lot of meditation and trying to get myself situated for the move. I don't know exactly when the move is going to happen, but it's bound to happen at some point. Probably in the next couple months, I think. Well, people are human, Martina. And people tend to assume certain things. Well, the roommate wants to move out of this place, so I just want to be out of her way. I don't know exactly where I'm going as of yet, but I would like to get enough members on here so that way I could get my own place. Even if it's a studio, a bachelor, a one-bedroom, something. It'd be wonderful. That way I can at least focus on doing more personal readings. I can start doing my Reiki, my massage. I can do my workshops, all of that. I can do it all out of the studio. I can start painting again. Hey, Chu. Welcome in, Ketty. So I come out with this 646 angel number. It's been literally at me all day. So ever since I woke up. So we're gonna get into it. The angel number 646 signifies building a secure, stable foundation through hard work in career and finances, focusing on responsible management, saving, and long-term security over quick gains, while also emphasizing love, balance, and family provision in your life. It's a message to stay grounded, make wise financial choices, and prioritize providing stability for yourself and loved ones, signaling divine support for creating harmony and abundance. Stability and foundation, a call to build solid, lasting structures in your life, not just quick fixes. Career finances, focus on dedicated effort, budgeting, saving, responsible management for long-term security. Love and family, it's a sign to provide a loving environment and build strong family bonds, as seen in business, operating at 6:46 a.m. to offer a warm start to the day. Balance reflects a need for harmony between your material needs and spiritual well-being, often linked to the themes of the number 6. In simple terms, your angels are encouraging you to be practical and responsible. Work hard now to create a secure future. Focus on providing and caring for your family. Seek balance and love in your daily life. So, yeah, it works out. Welcome in, Lilith. So I've been basically trying to manifest and visualize where I want to be, what I want to be doing, what I'm being called to next, as far as direction, as far as placement of where I want to go, what city do I want to go to, different things like that. That's basically been my focus, trying to figure out where my next spot is going to be. So we're going to get into some tarot this evening. We're going to get into some oracles this evening. Um, it's pretty quiet channel-wise. And I might as well put it out there. Whoever was trying to get into my Instagram and hack into my Instagram, just stop. Just stop, okay? Stop trying to hack my emails. Stop trying to hack my phone. Stop. Just stop, okay? It's it's embarrassing and it's annoying all at the same time. Whoever you are, you know you are who you are, and you stalk me, you're obsessed with me. I know that. You just need to get over yourself. Like, really. So, anyway, now that that's been said, Spirit, what am I called to? Start with the oracles? Okay. Yeah, we can do opening prayer. Sounds like a plan there, Lilith. I said it at the end last night. Where is it? Where did it go? It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe? It couldn't have gone too far. I ended with it last night. Oh, there it is. I found it. Royal Priestess, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm surprised there's not more people in the chat. Oh, here we go. We're just starting. You haven't missed a thing. All right. O universal source, divine breath of creation, you who exist in the realm of pure vibration and subtle energy, may your sacred frequency be awakened within us, and may we embody the divine essence, allowing the kingdom to arise within our hearts and souls. Let divine will of the physical and spiritual merge realms in the cosmic divine pattern, microcosm to macrocosm, nourishing us with cosmic divine vitality and divine wisdom and life force. Divine energy of cosmic consciousness, please restore us of any misalignment and confusion that has been created against us. As we release what no longer serves us, let it release the blocks that hinder forward movement. What we release then releases us. Please invoke our discernment and awareness to not be deceived and to awaken our divine blueprints of destiny, giving us the synchronicities and signs to banish doubt, fog, and confusion. Please protect our divine pathway and rescue us from illusion of separation from our divine purpose and our soul family. In the name of the divine order of our inner sacred kingdom, let it match our outer experience, and may the creative spark be lit and protect us on our journeys and guide us through divine intervention. As above, so below, as within, so without, and so it is. It is done, it is done, it is done. Okay, Lilith, come on now, honey. What's the overall energy for this evening? What is the overall energy for this evening's reading? Okay, so somebody wants you renumerating the past. Okay. They don't want you to know that you're being watched, that you're being stalked. They don't want the truth coming out about a particular situation because they don't want any type of a revenge or retaliation, and they don't want you knowing that they're obsessed with you. They somehow want to come in and surprise you, but it's basically to keep you from ascending. They're not completely done. They're having a hard time moving away from you. But ultimately, this isn't about them loving you. This is of them being obsessed with you. They want to cause drama. They want to cause problems. They're thirsty for attention. They're overreacting. They're being a drama queen. They don't want you revealing some sort of truth. They're focused more or less on themselves. They don't want you having any type of security, feeling safe. They don't want you making a home for yourself. They're coming in begging because somehow, some way, they feel that you're their twin flame. They're being extremely immature, but they don't want conflict, so they're very hot and cold. They don't want to compromise differences. They're very incompatible with you. They've basically been doing irreconcilable situations, but they're not willing to own up to it. They're trying to take unexpected action. They want to just show up out of nowhere. You definitely have differences of opinion with this person. They know that you are moving on and you've let go of them. So this is why they're trying to come in and surprise you. They want to try to get back in your energy, and I really feel that you've cut cords with this person. So I'm picking up that you're not trapped like they wanted you to be. You're not remunerating about the past like they wanted you to be. And they don't want to show you any type of validation. They're going to come in to kind of gaslight you. There's definitely something here about not giving you any confirmation. They're trying to hide the fact that they're retaliating. They're trying to punish you for letting them go. They didn't want to break up with you. This could be an ex. They definitely don't want any type of relationship with you, but they can't let you go for some odd reason. And they're not listening to the signs and synchronicities regarding you. The fact that you're not holding any animosity. You're not fuming with rage like they wanted you to be. They see that you're not overwhelmed. The fact that you're not giving out the reaction that they're looking for. They wanted an explosion of emotion, but they're not getting it. Welcome in, James. Yeah, you're basically moving. You're looking into an environment change. You are looking to step up and out of where you are right now. And it's like they're trying to get you trapped, and you're not trapped. You're not stuck. You're not locked down. You're not in a mental prison like they wanted you to be. You're not being held captive. They're trying to act like they're not obsessed, but they are. They're very much masking. They're not giving you any confirmation of all of this because they don't want any type of retaliation. Anything that they're plotting as payback, it's coming up empty. And I feel that it's being boomeranged right back to them. I feel like if you have anybody else coming in and being in your energy, they're going to try to negotiate with you. They're going to try to beg with you to get back in their energy. It's like they don't want anybody to have you. They don't want anybody to be in your energy. They just want you to be isolated. Right? It's like, it's kind of giving me like they want you hidden. They don't want you speaking up. They don't want you speaking out. They don't want you taking any type of action. And I feel this, with this person being cut off energetically, physically, socially, there's definitely something here about somebody from back home specifically trying to get back in your energy that you've cut out, or somebody from the past. I'm also picking up that you found a bit of a stability within yourself, and this is the whole thing. You are transcending, you are learning, you are preparing for some sort of new phase, new union. And this is why they're going to come in to try to sideswipe that, to try to keep you distracted. You have ascended, they haven't. They're still in their old energy. This is a karmic soulmate, karmic twin flame, whatever. This is definitely not the one. There definitely is no love here. There's no spiritual connection. There's no life partner kind of energy with them. This was a lesson you learned. You cut them off. And they feel that by you cutting them off, it was an erratic, harsh decision that you've made. It's in the future, few days, few weeks, few months, directional forward. So very well could be that you're still going to be cutting somebody off and moving forward. Quite possibly within the next couple weeks or months. They've been trying to hide their true motive. And Spirit's saying they ran out of time. What is it that this person wants to really say, Spirit? I smile on the outside, but I'm dying on the inside. Apparently they're not smiling anymore. It's very, very difficult for them to hide their true feelings at this point. I don't feel guilty for how I treated you. My ego's too big to care. Yeah, clearly. It's difficult for me to process my emotions. I'm not available right now. Well, fine. Leave a number and a name after the beep. This situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It's draining me. They're siphoning off of your energy. Rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish. I feel that you rejected this person, but you were being... You have every right to be selfish. You're basically rejecting this person because they're just not in compatibility with you. I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. I have karmic debts that I need to be paid before I can come back to you. Stay gone. This person thinks that they're going to get in again and they're going to resolve things with you just to get back in your energy, to siphon off of you. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I don't feel guilty for the way that I treated you. My ego's too big to care. That's coming back out again. I tried to run from this connection, but my soul craves you. I feel empty and hollow inside. I can't open up right now. Faceless entity, welcome in. My pride and ego got hurt, so I wanted revenge. I wanted you to hurt too. Okay. Yeah, you need to do some healing, whoever you are. Get over yourself. I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be left alone, so they definitely want you to reach out to them. But, yeah, you cut them off. You may have blocked them. I'm getting also that this very well could have been a family member with a very big ego. There are feelings of anger inside me that I need to release before I explode. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Go eat a cookie, or go eat a banana, or... I don't know. I pushed you away because I do not want the responsibility. There's a big hole in my heart that I cannot fill on my own. Yes, you can. All of this can't this, can't that doesn't work. You have every right to love yourself. You have every right to heal. You have every right to step above this egotistical bullshit. You know, like, life's too short. Life is way too short. I cannot be vulnerable with you. I'd rather hide in the darkness before I let you see inside me. No one else makes me feel the way you do, but I'll take it to the grave before I tell you. Well, how do you expect to get over yourself if you can't even communicate with other people? If you can't communicate with other people, you clearly can't understand within yourself. And it's the fact that you don't even want to take accountability for what you've done. Whoever you are. Shame never hurt anybody. I lived pretty well at least half of my life in shame. But that's because everybody else's bullshit was being projected onto me. And it's got to the point where I had no other choice but to see that shame for what it was. It was projection from everybody else that couldn't that couldn't be accountable with their own actions. So this very well could have been from your childhood, whoever this is for, or whoever they're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with. There's definitely something going on here where they need to really empower themselves instead of, letting their thoughts get away with them. And this is what I mean. When you do your healing, you can't be going through your healing as a victim because you stick into this victim mentality and you end up in a rut. And you can't get up and out of it. And this is what people usually get stuck on when they go inward and they try to hash out their shit. They get stuck in this victim mentality, and you can't go in it looking as a victim. You got to look at it as an observer. What can I learn from this experience? What can I learn from this situation? You go in there with your warrior boots on. Specifically, if you've faced any type of abandonment or abuse, or ridicule, or some sort of destructive criticism. People talking shit on you, telling you that you're not good enough. And it's mainly because of their own insecurities as to why they say that stuff. So this is why I say, when you go into the reflection, put your warrior boots on. Be the observer. See it from many different perspectives. See it from many different points of view. Look at it look at the situation from your higher self instead of a victim mentality. Because the whole victim mentality is where you're screwing up. This is where you need to empower yourself. And the quicker you get into that, and the quicker that you release that shame and that self-hatred and that self-loathing and that sadness, and you start recognizing that you do have something to offer the world, your whole energy will start to change. It'll start to heighten. You're going to start to release all that past ridicule and destruction. And this is how you ultimately get out of your own head. Like the victim mentality, it only serves the victim. But after years and years and years and years of playing that victim, you eventually have to rise above that. Because the victim mentality ends up being overplayed, and this is ultimately why people don't want to be around you. Because you manipulate people through their emotions. And it doesn't help anybody. With everything that I've been through, I've had no choice but to step into my warrior essence of self. I've had no other choice but to observe from many different perspectives, and it's empowered me along my way. I've dealt with extreme toxic people in my past. Welcome in, kitty cat. There's a time and a place for everything, and I believe in you, whoever you are. I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my childhood traumas. You know how many times I've been abandoned? You know how many times my childhood has been triggered? You have to sit with it. It's the only way to get through it. You have to sit with it. And yeah, you know what? You'll probably sit there crying like a baby. I did. But I'm not out here trying to abandon people. I'm out here trying to continue to have peace of mind within myself. I know that you may not feel for me as I do for you. I cannot listen to your voice. It affects my soul. I have many regrets that keep me from moving forward. I smile on the outside, but I'm dying in the inside. Yeah, they're no longer smiling. They can't hide it anymore. I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my childhood traumas. Well, the moment you empower yourself, the moment things change. And whoever you are, whoever feels abandoned, there is a better life out there for you, but you need to rise up and grab it. You need to act out of good intentions. Stop sleeping on your potential. Like, for the longest time, my toxic family said, "Oh, you're never gonna make it as a musician. You might as well just end now. End it now and go out and get a real job. You're never gonna amount anything being a reader." And yet here I am. I've been throwing cards for now over 30 years. I know the gifts that I've had because I've sat with myself. I've recognized my gifts. I've recognized who I am. I've recognized what I can provide the world. And this is why I'm here. Spirit led me here because I took the time to go within and find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to be focusing on. And because of my life experience of dealing with multiple different forms of abuse, I'm out here trying to empower you to step up into your highest version of yourself. And this is why I'm here. I've been through it. I've been through the Boer War and back. And certain people that I've had to cut out, I didn't want to necessarily cut them out, but I was being abused. Mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially. And all I'm doing is trying to find my stability. All I'm doing is trying to find where I stand, where I can fit in the grand scheme of things. And now that I'm starting to find where I fit, all of a sudden, you know, people are feeling abandoned. People are feeling all resentful because I'm actually finding some sort of stability with who I am and the fact that I know who I am because I did the work. I took the time to go within and find that out. If you're not willing to do that, I can't help you. You have to be courageous enough to go within yourself and work through the discombobulation of all of the shit that you've went through and empower yourself through it. And 9 times out of 10, what we go through throughout our life is part of our legacy. It's part of what we are built for because we've went through it. But the trick of it is to overcome it, to empower yourself to rise above it. So that way you can help others. So whatever that looks like to you, I implore you to go for it and stand in that. Stand in that confirmation that what you have gone through in your pain and in your process will become your legacy. But you have to believe in yourself enough to get there. It is the only way. Specifically, if you're not knowing where you're going, not knowing what you're doing, it's the only way. I'm being called to the Citadel deck, so I'm going to go ahead and do a reading with this. I think I'm going to have an open table for tomorrow evening. So if you're looking for a personal reading or you want a message, I may open up the table tomorrow for that. I'm actually going to put a poll on tonight to find out what, if I can do it here. I don't know. No, I gotta do it on my phone. Okay. Okay, so I'm putting it out here, open table Fridays only. If you want it on Fridays only, just say yes. If you want it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, say no, and click Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm surprised it hasn't shown up yet. Has it shown up for you guys yet? Didn't show up on my tablet yet. I would think if it should. Okay. So I'm going to look into the Citadel deck and see what the message is. Message? Yeah. Okay. So there's some sort of deception or trickery. Somebody's not communicating. Somebody doesn't have the confidence of communicating, or they don't want you to have the confidence to communicate. They say that you're out of order or that you're not following something by tradition. Maybe that they're trying to say that you're deceiving people for finances. Maybe they're deceiving others for finances. There's some sort of miscommunication. They don't want you expressing yourself or having any type of strength. I guess it's not anything to do with them. They can mind their own business. But they're out here talking smack about you, is what it looks like. They don't, you know, you're basically sharing your viewpoints, sharing your story, and they don't like the fact that you're communicating. They're trying to control you. They're trying to reverse your ability to have some sort of stability or fortune. They're trying to be the main character in your life, trying to puppeteer you. Welcome in, Joe. ABQ, thank you. Delivering news, collaboration. So somebody's going to come in saying that they maybe want to share their points of view, but it's basically to control you. They've taken some major losses. I guess by coming in, they're basically risking. They don't really want to communicate something with you. They don't want your help. They don't want your guidance because they don't want you to be able to be self-expression, have strength. Like they have an opinion, but they're basically trying to thwart you and shut you down. They're trying to thwart your ambition, your diligence, trying to cause you setbacks. Welcome in, Cody. They see that you have new influences. They're trying to thwart your intuition so that way you don't know where to move forward. They're trying to gaslight you out of your next season or next endeavor. This person lost their protection after you cut them out. This is somebody of your past that may have been a twin of some sort, a karmic twin. They want you overthinking instead of taking action. They don't want to work teamwork with you. They've been trying to take command of your life, thinking that they're the captain to your ship. They thought they had it all figured out, but it's all blowing up in their face, whatever the situation is. Yeah, they don't want you discovering your truest potential. They're trying to cloud your mind and cloud your vision. But all of their assassination of your character, their ruthlessness, all the conviction that they have on you is all blowing up in their face. This demonized version that they're trying to portray of you is blowing up in their face. They're saying that you have a lack of empathy, but you're actually very empathetic. They're trying to imbalance you, but you're alchemizing this. They're trying to create an imbalance with you. All of this destruction is backfiring, like bad. You're coming to a crossroads and you're going to be exploring new endeavors. They're trying to say that you're very messy and that you do not know how to pay attention to detail. They're saying that you're a rebel. They see that you are a champion deep down. They see that you've achieved a lot of success, but they're trying to create a downfall for you. They don't want you celebrating. They don't want you leaving any type of legacy, but here you are leaving a legacy. They don't want you transitioning or rediscovering a portion of yourself that they tried to ruin. They want you basically burned out. They've been trying to condition you into some sort of perfectionism, but it's created you into be a warrior. They're out here saying that you're selfish, but you're actually selfless. They don't want you having any type of ambition, but all of these, they're out here saying that you don't have any ambition, you don't have any diligence, and they're out here literally causing you setbacks. They want you overthinking, so that way when you take action, it's very sporadic action, and that it's not in alignment with you, with who you are. Like, these people need to go the fuck away. They need to sit the fuck down. They need to get the fuck out of your energy. I don't know about you, collective, but they're obsessed with you. They're low-key trying to keep their mask on, and they're literally obsessed with you. They're in one hand saying that, you know, you're not going to amount to anything, but they hear that here you are, you're amounting to something. So now they're trying to ruin what you're amounting to. They're trying to destroy that. So that way you don't amount to anything and they can tell you they told you so, is the energy. And this is kind of like part 2 to last night of them trying to totally destroy your life by defaming your character, by, you know, by trying to ruin your life, and then make you act out all crazy. Meanwhile, they're the ones instigating it behind the scenes, creating destruction in your life. Like, these people need to fuck off, as far as I'm concerned. They need to get the fuck out of your energy, because you deserve way better treatment than that. I'm gonna say that much. They need to mind their own fucking business and focus on their own life. Welcome in, Joel. All the way from Coleman, Texas. Wow. Tell me more, Spirit. What's going on? Yeah, they don't want this cycle to close out, and you're closing out this cycle. They've been at this for 9 months, trying to destroy you. They didn't anticipate your endurance and your ability to be patient. They're trying to test your patience and endurance. They're trying to make you look dark as far as your spirituality. And they don't want your manifestations coming in. They're trying to thwart your manifestations. Because you're creating boundaries that they didn't want you to create. And you're following passions that they don't want you to have. Like, who the fuck are they to dictate your life and what you want to do with your life? They need to fuck off. And I'm also getting from Spirit, they think that they own you. Yeah, they want to create imbalance in your life. They don't want you balanced. But luck is on your side, collective. They're testing your patience to unbalance you. But you're very patient and you're going through some sort of growth to your endurance. And you're out here innocent, and they're trying to create a stagnance to your transition into this new season, into this new endeavor. Meanwhile, you're innocent. You're creating boundaries. You have every right to create boundaries. You're very loyal to these boundaries. And you're very loyal to your passion as well. They don't want you loving yourself. This is the big thing here. But the fact that you love yourself, they didn't anticipate that. You're not playing games. And they don't want you having they're okay, so the fact that they don't want you transitioning into this new growth, into this idea that you're innocent, and being loyal to your energy, being loyal to your friends, the people around you. You know, you're not playing games. Okay, and it's to the point where you have reflected so much about the situation that you don't have to self-reflect anymore. They don't want you seeing things from a higher perspective because you love yourself and you're more than adaptable. And you're very spiritually tapped in as well. And it's a mystery to them how you can love yourself. You definitely have luck on your side. And the thing is that they're kind of in a mystery. They're kind of wondering how you are so spiritual and how you're so connected and tapped in. But I tell you right now, your guides apparently are a mystery to them, and they are not gentle about you as far as your protection. Somebody's wondering where you get your confidence from. And because of this, they're trying to take away your opportunities. Like, I wish I knew who this was for me, because I would confront them. I would confront them, and they should be scared. They should be fucking terrified, whoever this is. Because I don't give a fuck who it is. They should be terrified that I do not find out who the fuck they are. I'll tell you that right now. Because they've been bringing a storm to my life, my whole life. And they've been trying to cloak in my energy. They've been trying to do this for the longest time. Decades. And I wish I knew who the fuck they were, because I would go up one side and down the other. They wouldn't know what fucking hit them. They've created so many fucking storms and so much sabotage and so much chaos in my life. I'm ready to snap on them. I don't know about you, collective. But this person, whoever the fuck they are, they need to fuck off. Like, they need to really just go away. Leave you alone. If they weren't so obsessed in your energy and thinking about being your puppet master, if you're a reader and you're tapping into their energy and you're reading them like a book, reading them to filth, maybe they should stop being so obsessed and stop watching. And maybe you wouldn't be tapping into them so much. Maybe they need to just mind their own business, mind their own life, mind their own experience, and leave you the fuck alone. Because this is bullshit. And I can hear them giggling. I can hear them laughing, too. So they think this is a big fucking joke. And their spirit's saying something about them being the joke. You're getting the last laugh, collective. You're going to be getting the last laugh. You can stop yelling in the chat there, Joe. Thanks. And I don't want to hear no excuses as to why you type in caps. Just don't. And I feel like they're doing this for entertainment purposes. Like, they want to do this and they want to try to destroy you because it's entertainment for them. They need to get a new hobby. In the last reading, the moon was in reverse. And I have a feeling we're going to see that in tonight's message again tonight. It's coming out. And that what is done in the dark will be brought to light. They're going to be demasked. You are going to find out who this person is. And they should be petrified with what's coming for them. Because the divine and your protectors don't play about you. And they're racking up a whole list of karma thinking they're getting away with it. And there's going to be one last thing that they do that's going to be the straw on the camel's back. And they're not going to be able to handle what's coming for them because of all of what they threw at you. Yeah. They want you in your emotions. They want you worried. They want you in fear. They don't want you feeling that there's a possibility to follow your dreams. They don't want you to make up your mind, and they sure as hell don't want you believing in yourself. That was the bottom and the top of the deck. Spirit, what's going on? Yeah. They're thinking that there's a second chance, and there's not. They're bugging you to the point where you're destitute and helpless, so that way they can come in and rescue you. That's their whole plan. To make you suffer until that you are destitute and to the point where you don't have any leg to stand on. You've pretty well lost everything, and then they're going to come in to save you, acting like a hero. They want you drowning, over your head, overextended, hitting rock bottom, taking loss after loss, being in depression, pretty well offing yourself, and you're alchemizing this energy, and they don't like it. They don't like the fact that you're empowering yourself, and the fact that you're still thinking on possibilities. You're following your dreams, you're making up your mind, and you are believing in yourself, because this is not what they wanted for you. Yeah, because you created boundaries because of their disrespect. You're saying enough is enough, and you're defending yourself. You have every right to, because they're toxic. They're causing drama arguments, they're incompatible, and you're dealing with a fucking psychopath. Abusive, conniving, unpredictable. And they're doing it for the thrill. To keep you in continuous cycles, making bad decisions. They want you addicted. They want you resulting to some sort of drug use or something to make you look unstable. They want you hooked up on some sort of medication of some sort. And I have a feeling that they're on a bunch of pills. Whoever they are, they do drugs on the regular. Yeah, you've slowed down, you've taken time out to get out in nature maybe, or you're taking time out for you. And you said that there is no second chances, because they're creating a situation trying to make you hit rock bottom. Trying to make you feel hopeless, but you're alchemizing this by creating boundaries, focusing on yourself. And the fact that you won't take them back and have a second chance with them, they're creating rumors and gossip, being nosy in your energy. They want you with no options. They want you being in this unforgiveness energy and stuck, but you're not trapped. They're trying to trap you up and stagnate you, have you stuck, dead end, and frozen. All because you're creating boundaries. And they're wasting your time. So that way you don't elevate. That way you don't, because of these boundaries. They're trying to delay everything that you're building. They're trying to delay your peace of mind. They're trying to make you look like you're procrastinating and whatever else. Like, they need to get a new fucking hobby. You're dealing with the two-faced psychopath. I'm not even fucking kidding. Double life, cheater, backstabber, abusive, conniving, unpredictable piece of shit. And they're the ones creating a whole bunch of rumors and gossip, being nosy, trying to trap you up, but you keep dodging absolutely everything that they're throwing at you. They're trying to get you stuck. They want you at a dead end and frozen. And this is how they're abusing you. They're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. All because you don't want a second chance with them. You're not missing them. You're not wanting to talk to them. You want nothing to do with them. You don't want no reunion with them. Like, they need to fuck off. Because there's no new possibilities, they don't want you following your dreams. Again, they don't want you believing in yourself. They want you stagnant. They want you wasting your time so that way you look unstable. That way that you fit the fucking narrative that they've been rumoring about all this time. But the fact that you keep trudging forward, the fact that you keep moving forward, the fact that you're not drowning like they want you to do, you're creating boundaries. They're out here saying you don't have boundaries. Meanwhile, you're creating boundaries with pretty well everyone. Not only are they fucking up your good relationships, but they're actually getting you to cut out all the toxicity in your life. So if anybody shows up toxic to you, abusive, conniving, manipulative, you're cutting them out. You're cutting out everybody and their brother because of their toxic bullshit. All to keep your peace of mind, collective. And you know what? These boundaries, yeah, you have every right to do that. Because at this point, if you're dealing with the two-faced psychopath, they're probably colluding with a bunch of people anyway that you used to associate with. Trying to meddle in all your connections so that way you literally have nobody to work with. You have nobody to rely on. And it's all because you blocked them out and you moved on. Nothing to say, stop calling. Welcome in, Susan. Yeah, you might have cut out family. This very well could be the two-faced psychopaths that you cut out of your life. Or maybe it's not family. Maybe they're trying to make it look like it's your family, but it's not your family. But either way, they're all toxic as fuck. They're having arguments right now. There's a whole bunch of drama going on behind the scenes. Yeah, you're not as shattered and broken and facing nightmares and failures like they want you to be. You're alchemizing it. You know your self-worth. They want you broken, collective. They want you in a nightmare. But I really have a feeling that all of this shit is like, it's coming back to haunt them. And they're all salty and bitter and angry and petty at the fact that you're rising above anyway. You have people that support you. They're longing to keep you breathless and not being able to let go. They don't want you clearing your mind. And this is why they want a reunion with you. They're longing to get back with you so they can destroy you. And this is why they're trying to make you drown and hit rock bottom so that way they can come in looking like the hero. But it's showing here that you're stronger than what they thought or anticipated. They did not anticipate you being as strong as you are. By the way, in case you're new here, I do have Open Table Fridays. There is a poll currently on the screen there. I am possibly making it possible to open up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is where you could possibly win a reading, or this is where you bring your super chats and you can come and get a message, a personal message. It all depends on you guys, what you guys want. So that's why there's a poll. If you haven't went ahead and answered the poll yet, go ahead and answer the poll. I'm going to be probably working on some membership content tomorrow. I'm going to do it behind the scenes and then release it membership side. Somebody wants a partnership with you, but they do not want to be your friend. It's like an all or nothing situation. Somebody wants a particular partnership with you, but they do not want to be a friend to you. They don't want friendship. And so I figure if you can't be my friend, I don't want a partnership with you. Because it starts with friendship. But I guess it's like they want a partnership with you, but it's basically to manipulate you. That's what it's showing up as. They're very low vibration. When do you do the one-on-ones? Still haven't learned your routine yet. The one-on-ones? What do you mean the one-on-ones? Here on YouTube? You have to book a one-on-one, Faceless. And you book a one-on-one with me through Hipsy. It's either that, or you become a member between level 1 and 4. And if you have Facebook or Instagram, you can reach out to me through Facebook or Instagram. That's at this point, that's the only reason why I have Facebook or Instagram, for a way to reach out. So if you're looking for a personal reading, then, you know, it's either through Hipsy, which the link is in the description box, or Facebook or Instagram for one-on-one readings. But to get a message, you can get a membership on YouTube, and then the members side, we're doing a members Saturday, so every Saturday is members going forward. And you can actually get a message in members side, but you have to show up. It's around the same time, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evenings. So because you're a member, okay, because you're a member, you can either wait for the membership Saturdays, or you can wait for the open table. Lately, it's been a Friday open table, but I'm thinking on opening up the open table Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's why I have the poll currently on tap right now. Yeah, so they basically want to come in as a partnership, but they don't want to come in as a friend, and because it's basically they want a clout off of you. They want your abundance. They don't want nothing to do with you. They want your abundance. They want your abundance. They want your prosperity. They want to siphon off of you. And they want to try to prevent you from taking any type of action. Yeah, they want to take away your fire. They want to take away your inspiration. They want to take away your passion. Because you're very noble. You're a very noble individual. You're very humble. They think that they can throw some wool over you and deceive you and manipulate you into doing what they want. And they want you to keep their secrets. They may have told you something, or maybe you found out about something, and they're trying to manipulate you into keeping their secrets and not divulging whatever they've got going on. You're protected. Yeah, they're not exactly clever coming in with that. They're actually quite stupid thinking that they're going to come in with just a partnership that they don't want to be your friend. And it's basically to siphon off of you. But they're gonna perceive like they love you. This could have been already a person that did that. You might have already cut this person off. Yeah, you're made of greatness, and this is why they want your fire. This is why they want to diminish you to nothing. Yeah, they're not getting the fucking message. The divine has basically been telling them to leave you alone, and they're not getting the message. They're fucking dumb. Yeah. They don't want you taking any action. Maybe they're out here, maybe they're out here saying that you're stupid. They don't want you taking any type of action into your greatness. You're very powerful and you're very abundant. And you're very protected. Your abundance is protected. They want you to stop singing. If you're a musician or if you're singing, they want you to stop singing. They literally hate your voice. But you're definitely finding a new pathway to abundance, and they don't like that. You've done a lot of shadow work, whoever you are. You seem to be always prepared for the next thing. Everything that they've thrown at you, you've overcome. They've tried to cloud your inner knowing, but you're made of magic. They can't do shit. You bounce back and you regenerate better than they expected. And there's some major change coming in because of your shadow work. And they're trying to change that and cloud that so that way you don't listen to your inner knowledge. But you're definitely always prepared. And they were very unwise for coming against you. And the Spirit's saying they're about to find out, if they haven't already. They're about to find out. The hard way is what's being told to me. And it's Spirit saying it's not going to be by your hand, it's going to be by divine vengeance. Divine intervention. And they're not going to be able to escape it because they've been trying to shroud themselves to keep themselves unknown. But it's going to become very evident who's been coming up against you. You're very graceful. And the divine wants you to continue to having grace. The divine wants you to continue to be in your innocence. They want you to continue to have your hands clean. And these imbeciles out here thinking that they're going to try to sabotage you and make you look outside of yourself, of your true nature, and trying to act out of character so that way you fit some sort of narrative that they've been pushing. The divine's going to take care of that for you. Welcome in, Julie. Mystic Forest, what we got going on for my collective? Participate embodiment. So you need to start stepping into the participation of embodying that what you wish to have in your life. Do not confuse intentions with entitlement. The entitlement of the entitlement to demand from the world leaves you with nothing. The world is rich, and so are you. Now is the time to make your mark in the world. You decide what feels right to you, embody your leadership power, and create your world out of your deepest desires. So I do feel that you need to participate in the embodiment of your authentic version of yourself. You need to hold on to that embodiment. It's not necessarily fake it till you make it, but it's act as if, is what I'm being told. So be in the embodiment of what you want, be in the feeling of already having it, being in the present moment of being in that energy of what you need, of what you want, of your highest calling, of your dreams, of everything, just to be in that energy and to feel it and hold on to that feeling. Okay, and the divine will have no other choice but to synchronize to that. Okay? But you have to be patient. You have to continue to focus. You have to be embodiment of that. And I feel that there's somebody out here trying to keep you from that focus. They're trying to dysregulate you so that way you cannot move forward. They're trying to get you out of your higher vibration in order to act out of character, and it's not working. Welcome in, Renee. Yeah, they don't want you raising the bar. They're trying to hold on to you by not allowing you to raise your bar. And the thing is that you need to just trust your feelings. Stop letting them gaslight you. What do you want? Behold beauty and step into it. Somebody's trying to make a problem where there is none, just to get a rise out of you. Yeah, because they want to drop your, they want to diminish your light, is what it is. They want you to feel, because life is a gift, they want you to feel incomplete. And you know that life is a gift. This is why they don't want you raising the bar. They don't want you trusting your feelings. And so they're trying to gaslight you with your feelings so that way you do not feel complete, that you're dysregulated to what you want. This person, whoever they are, they need to get the fuck out of your way. And that's a warning from the divine, because the divine ain't happy. Yeah. Because you know what you want, and because you are beautiful on the inside and out, this person is absolutely envious. So they're trying to take away your ability to embrace your spiritual belief that everything is already exist in the here and the now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. This person is not grateful. They don't want you being grateful for what you have either. They don't want you to be in the attitude of gratitude, because when you're in the attitude of gratitude, you're in the higher vibration in order to receive again. And Spirit's saying to stay in your beauty, okay? Don't allow these drama queens to bring in problems where there is none, and stay true to yourself. You don't need their validation. You don't need their opinion. You don't need to deal with their dumbass illusions. Okay? You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself and to not react to that bullshit. They're trying to test your inner strength to see how much they can push you and push you and push you and push you and push you. They're testing your patience. But the divine is saying, let go. Let go of whoever's trying to dim your light. Because life is a gift. You are complete. You are wild and wonderful. And they're trying to get to the point where you do not feel, or you do not have the key. You do not have the ability to move forward. But you're going to forge a new path anyway. Yeah, they don't want you persevering or staying true to yourself. They don't want you knowing that everything is right there in front of you. All you have to do is get out and grab it. And it's all because you're staying true to yourself that they don't want you to persevere. And they don't want you to do it their way. That's why you need to let go. They want you to do it their way. They want to basically have you under their thumb, pushing and prodding you into whatever they want you to be. They wanted you to submit. They wanted to close the doors for you to keep you from moving forward. Because they don't want you following your heart path. They don't want you following the way that where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to be doing. And they want to thwart your soul awakening. They don't want you forging a new pathway. And they're trying to suck out your life force. They're trying to siphon your life source. They're thinking of you as a battery. You're dealing with an energetic vampire. And you just need to continue pursuing happiness. They don't want you making room for anything new. And they're trying to complicate your life. And siphon your life source. You are a life source. When life comes to a standstill, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. And this is the whole thing. They want your life source. They want your essence. But again, they don't want to be a partner with you. They don't want to, they don't want to be in this energy where, you're fulfilled. They just want to siphon from you. So be very vigilant. Be very patient with yourself. And be very, very choosy as to who you have in your surroundings and who you have in your energy. Because they do not want you persevering. They do not want you to do it your way, but you're one of a kind. You're not out here having to listen to these other motherfuckers that think that they know better than you, when they clearly don't. This is like somebody on welfare trying to tell you how to live your life. And how to spend your money. When they haven't had a job in their whole life. Like, my mother was good for that. To be honest, in my case, I wouldn't be surprised if it was my mother trying to be the puppet master. I need to roll me a quick cigarette. Maybe I'll just smoke half of it, and I'll roll the one later. Save some papers. So how's that poll going? All right, so open table Fridays only. It looks like 47% to 29%. 47% say open table Fridays only, where 40% or 30% wants the Monday to Wednesday and Friday. If you haven't answered the poll yet, go ahead and put your answer. So the yes or the no is for Fridays only. Yes. If no, then the other option is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you want it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, click on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you want, and if you can only pick one, and you click no, then you don't want you don't want open Fridays at all. I don't know. Whatever it is, collective, somebody's anticipating some sort of changes coming into your life, and they're kind of reluctant at the fact that changes are going to be made, and they're trying everything to get a rise out of you, to get you to act out of character, to get you into this unregulated nervous system. They're grasping at straws at this point, because you're basically alchemizing everything that they've done over the years. And this is somebody that you've cut out. And you're a very peaceful person. You're not out there hurting anybody. You're not out there harming anybody. You're out there very, very peaceful. You try to bring peace to a situation. You try to reconcile. You try to resolve a situation. And they're out here trying to make you act like a fucking fool, to resemble the rumors and deception and defamation on your character that they've been projecting outward to everybody else behind your back, making you seem unstable when you're not unstable. If anything, they're the unstable one. They're the ones that need to maybe take a fucking seat and start taking notes. Maybe they need to take your advice on how to live their life, because they're clearly not cutting it. With all the sabotage and all the bullshit that they're doing, they need to give their fucking heads a shake. Because honestly, Spirit speaking through me at this point, but I'll tell you right now, things are not going to look very good for them in the coming days. Things are looking very, very dire, and they're trying, and they know this. They know the karma is coming for them, for coming for you, and they're trying to project this dire angst and anxiety and worthlessness and envy and all this fucking garbage energy. They're trying to project that onto you so that way you feel it. That way you're out of your North Node energy, and they can siphon off of your good energy and make you feel worthless. So if you're feeling this energy, rebuke it and send it back to sender. It's not your energy. And if somebody's trying to get a rise out of you, give them absolutely no reaction. Because if you give them a reaction, then they get what they want. If they get you acting out a character, then they're probably going to come back and ask, why are you acting so crazy? When you're not doing anything to them. Spirit, what's going on? Tarot side. Yeah, there's an injustice here. There's an imbalance. There could be a very unbalanced Gemini or Libra that wants to contact you and collaborate with you. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway. What about this? Tell me more. Okay. It's like somebody wants to collaborate with you to get themselves out of a tower that they created. Oh, okay. So somebody that's created, this isn't about a Libra. This is just imbalance that somebody created. They were collaborating with others, and now they want to collaborate with you to come out of this tower. And now they want to be they want reciprocity there. But you said no to them. You chose yourself. This could be a Gemini you're dealing with. Yeah, a King of Wands. You're definitely standing on business here. You're definitely finding yourself a new foundation after being left out in the cold. Yeah, this person is the one that's been siphoning off of you. The World. Because you're collaborating, you're coming out of this tower that they threw at you. You're rising above this tower, and they've been siphoning off of you. You're standing on business regarding this. Like somebody wants you to help them out of the mess that they created for themselves. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're extremely tapped in. You know exactly what's going on. Yeah, you cut out this devil energy. Like, it's like they tried to make you a sacrifice because you were rising above. They thought that you were a worthy sacrifice, and you cut the devil out of your life. You cut the toxicity out of your life. And you're walking with angels. You're seeing things from a new perspective. And you're moving forward. You're speaking up. There very well could be somebody coming in to had a bit of an awakening. They're coming in to speak to you. There's a Queen of Wands here. You could very well be nurturing your intuition at this time. Yeah, and good things are coming in because you cut out this toxic energy. It's coming in fast. Yeah, and there's something here about somebody trying to thwart that. Yeah, they're trying to create unhappiness. They're trying to create instability. But you just keep moving forward. You're like a freight train. They're trying to dim your light. They're trying to keep you in the dark about what's coming in for you. There's a King of Cups here. They want you bitter. They want you acting out of character. They want you bitter. They want you moving forward with bitterness, taking action out of bitterness. They're trying to make you out to be some sort of emotional manipulator. This could be the King of Cups being emotionally manipulating. They could be coming in to try to tell you their opinion. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio coming in, speaking that they're speaking truth, or that they have good intentions when they don't. They're trying to leave you in the dark, trying to take you out of your healing, because they faced, oh, okay, so they faced some sort of unbalance. They faced some sort of loss and unhappiness, and they're coming in to basically take your light and to manipulate you. And they're coming in to breadcrumb you. They're coming in to basically say, here, let me help you, when it's just a measly little pentacle. It's nothing extravagant. Apparently they want to come in and collaborate with you after creating a tower for themselves by coming for you. There's a whole dynamic of people. Yeah. They feel that by coming in and emotionally manipulating you and taking away your light and taking you out of your healing, that they're going to be able to move forward. And this is why they're coming in to emotionally manipulate you. They didn't want you walking away. They want you weathering the storm. They're trying to put this exposure to death. They don't want to be exposed for causing some. They don't want the death magic to be exposed, is what it is. So they're coming in to manipulate you somehow, some way, by looking like the hero, like they've got good news. They're going to act like nothing's happening, but they're getting caught up. They're getting caught up. They very well could be in spiritual jail, or they could be going to jail. And so they want to come in and maybe create some sort of a friendship and move forward with you. This is somebody from the past. But they're coming in unapologetically. They've got nothing good. This is a stinky fish you need to, like, throw back into the water or just chuck in a dumpster somewhere. Because they're coming in basically to move forward with you, just to create an imbalance. So whatever offer they have, don't believe it. They can just not even bother wasting their time, because I know they're watching. I know they're watching. I can feel their energy. Yeah, you're peeping their energy, that's for sure. You called your power back. You're not stupid, collective. You're definitely tapped into the divine. They're going to try to gaslight you, saying that you were wrong, because they don't want you nurturing yourself. They don't want you celebrating. They want you bitter. And they want you acting unstable, so that way, again, you fit the fucking narrative that they put out about you. Obviously trying to cause you injustice. It's backfiring. And now they're coming in to smooth things over and somehow reconcile with you and get back in your energy so they can attach something to you. And that way they can continue to siphon off of your energy. Like, these people need a new fucking hobby. Like, and stay the fuck out of your life. Whoever they are. Look at that. I had 4 people drop out after I said that. Doesn't surprise me. Yep, there's the King of Swords here too as well. Could be. Is trying to create imbalance by coming back in with some sort of love. It's definitely a Gemini. They're trying to destroy your foundation with some sort of Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So there's a Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo involved. There is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius involved. There's an Gemini, Libra, Aquarius involved. Probably Gemini. They're coming in to say that they love you, but it's only to create an imbalance and ruin your foundation. They're not coming in to commit with you, but they are coming in to somehow reconcile something regarding, I'm getting a mother figure. There very well could be some sort of reconciliation of instability they're trying to reconcile with. But this is all gaslighting. They're coming in to lie to you, they're coming in to manipulate you, and they're coming in to siphon off of you. And they're doing this all under the guise of reconciliation. That they want to commit to you now, when there's no commitment at all. Like, they're a bunch of fucking has-beens. Has-been losers that need to get the fuck gone. But they think by coming in as a group that they can really, they can really soften you up. Say, oh, we weren't the ones that did this, we weren't the ones that did... Meanwhile, they were. They've been throwing rocks and hiding their hands the whole fucking time. I'm really picking up on a feminine Sagittarius. There's a Capricorn, and there's a Gemini, masculine. It could be an Aries, but I'm thinking more of a Sagittarius. And I'm picking up that this is someone from your family. 3 of Wands and the Moon. So they're being patient with the illusions that they're casting over you. They're very consistent, very patient as to the illusions that they're casting and the emotions that they have towards you, creating imbalance. They're coming in saying that apparently you should give to them when you don't owe them a damn thing. Yeah. So they're going to come in casting an illusion like they want to reconcile some sort of betrayal. But you know the truth already. You've already looked at this from every angle. Yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse. They're coming in to basically nurture a bunch of lies. There very well could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well that's lying to you. Quite possibly about a 10 of Pentacles. Yep. You got money coming to you. Just be patient. Somebody's going to jail for the emotional manipulation. And for diminishing your strength. To making you feel helpless. To trying to ruin your confidence. trying to get you to weather the storm and not be able to walk away. And now all of a sudden they want to have reciprocity. Now that you're getting some sort of money, they want some sort of reciprocity, and they're basically coming in to try to break your heart. Casting illusions, having you trapped all up in your head. Yep. Coming in to breadcrumb you. Say they have good news. They have an offer. And all of a sudden, now that they have an offer, they want to have some sort of reciprocity with you. When they're the ones that were out here betraying you to begin with. Yeah. What did I tell you? They're colluding to basically sabotage you. I can't make it up. And it's all because you're moving forward despite what chaos they threw at you. You continue to move forward. You continue to be resilient. You continue to be abundant. You continue to move forward. So it's basically some fucking saboteurs trying to get on your good side and gaslight you out of this whole situation that they even did anything to you. And they feel that by them getting on your good side, that your protection will protect them because they will be under your protective umbrella. And that's not the case at all. The divine sees absolutely everything. This very well could be a Sagittarius coming in. This Sagittarius could very well be wanting a one-way street, and they're trying to cause you a tower and keep you up in your head. They very well could be coming in with some sort of compassion, thinking that they're going to get one over on you. They're not. Because you're walking away from this individual. You walked away from this individual. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. This Sagittarius, this Sagittariist, more like, wants to balance things out with you. But all they want is a one-way street. They want you to give, 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 give. And it's basically to stop you from going forward by causing you a tower. Like, this person does not have any good intentions. Yeah. They want to stop you in your tracks because you are standing on business with the King of Wands energy. You're very much a leader. You're very much taking action. And they're going to come in to try to get you all up in your head and manipulate you emotionally. Somehow to get you to stay or to get you to do something for them. And they're all just causing you a tower. Page of Swords in reverse. They're misunderstanding you on purpose. They're talking shit about you behind your back, and it's all lies. Yeah, King of Pentacles. They're trying to make you look unstable. Seven of Pentacles. Everything that you've been investing in, they want to bring it down. They want you not having any type of harvest. And Five of Pentacles in reverse, but that's not going to happen. It's like they want to come up off of your stability. Yeah, the moon is out here casting illusions. They're trying to make you look like you're a manipulator. And it's the Queen of Cups causing the Tower. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. This manipulative cunt. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio individual. Thinking that they got the wool thrown over your eyes. Causing illusions. And getting you to act out a character. But you're standing on business. You don't need to see this from any other perspective, collective. You've sacrificed enough of your life. You've sacrificed enough of yourself. And they basically want you to sacrifice the rest of you for them. Because they feel entitled to your energy. They feel entitled to your prosperity. They feel entitled to what you're building. If somebody's coming in with some sort of communication about something, about that fact that you owe them something, and they're trying to leave you in the dark. They're trying not to reveal it, but they want you in sadness. They have no compassion whatsoever for you, and this is why you're walking away from them to begin with. They want you to feel helpless because you're successful. But you're getting justice. Things are going to balance out for you. All because you're getting justice, and all because you're getting some sort of victory here. They're trying, and you're very talented, whoever you are. You're rising above this, and they're trying to lie on you when your destiny is protected. They're trying to end your destiny. They're trying to end your commitment to the divine by lying. They're being out here trying to sacrifice you to the devil, and the divine's like, nope, there's a rebirth. They're not going anywhere. And it's all because you chose to not be with them, with this King of Swords. Because they're nothing but a pathological fucking liar. And they're emotionally manipulative. Somebody is totally dependent on you and your emotions. The King of Cups, probably a Cancer. You're a manifester, and they're trying to diminish your manifestations. You're committed to your new beginning. You're committed to taking a leap of faith. And they're trying to end that by making you overwhelmed. They're coming in to try to manipulate your new beginning. This is somebody from the past. They've been constantly making you think about the past and move very, very slowly, very methodically, very grounded. But they're wanting you to make decisions so that way you lose out. You have a Queen of Wands here that's showing some sort of compassion. They want to reconcile with you. They want to celebrate with you. There's some sort of betrayal or something about what you're nurturing. They're trying to find some sort of strength to find some sort of self-worth, that they deserve something better. And they're wanting to collaborate, but they're dealing with a lot of sadness. They're dealing with a lot of pain right now. They're trying to come out of this entrapment, this feeling of being trapped. There's something here about asking for help about some sort of awakening. But they're trying to nurture some sort of truth regarding some sort of loss. Three of Wands reversed, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Swords reversed. Somebody's watching you go after everything you said that they said you couldn't have. Everything they wanted you to miss out on. It's all coming in for you. Somebody misjudged your ability to walk away because they did not want you moving forward towards some sort of healing, which is bringing them a lot of anxiety, the fact that you're independent, and they want to try to get you to act out of character. But you're ultimately choosing yourself, and they're trying to fight you on it. Like, go away. All because you're choosing yourself, because you're trying to keep your peace of mind. People want to get in on your energy because you're not pouring into them. Like, leave me alone. They're trying to get you to act out of character, to get some sort of attention. Learn how to fucking communicate. Like, enough is enough. Stop with your fuck shit. It seems that we're dealing with the karmic energy tonight, so I'm just going to throw some of the karmic chicken deck. The thing is that I heard from my father and my tribe for Christmas. My father. And my tribe. That's probably 10 people altogether that I heard from. Did I hear from anybody on my mother's side? No. Did I hear from anybody on my father's side? No. Well, one person. So 2 people from my father's side. And then the rest were tribe. Here on YouTube. That wished me a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever else. Everybody else was silent. I didn't even have a turkey fucking dinner. I've been living off a fucking pasta salad and tuna salad the last 3 months. So, whoever's out there thinking I'm swimming in the money, I'm not. I'm barely fucking holding on. For the last couple months there, I was having a hard time even paying my bills. So I'm just going to say now that all donations sent to my channel, donations, readings, I'm very greatly appreciative of you supporting me. Tribe. You're helping me get through it. You're dealing with the karmic masculine, karmic feminine. That one wants to pop out. You could be dealing with the Capricorn. This is a donut eater, likes to sugarcoat shit and pass it off as something delicious. They're trying to get you to react. Reaction abuse. Don't engage. This is very much of a devil energy. The more time you take to postpone your healing, the more time they be stealing. It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You've healed some sort of toxic traits due to a toxic family. Reverse magnet, divine protection. Somebody lost their protection for coming for you. You could be a chosen one. Dealing with a beautiful nightmare. The beautiful nightmare is somebody that comes in nice and calm, cool, collected. Like the devil has a soft voice. So they're coming in as if they're all nice and all proper and they got their shit together. Meanwhile, they're an absolute fucking nightmare. They carry chaos everywhere they go. They look good. They might make you feel good. But once the mask is off, it's like a totally different world. You could very well be dealing with a covert psychopathic narcissist. And I'm really picking up on the Maschiavellian or whatever, which whenever they're very dark and calculated. I forget how to say it. You could be dealing with a Libra, or you could be getting justice regarding this covert psychopathic narcissist. They're throwing rocks and hiding their hands, thinking that they're going to get away with it. Something here about a Virgo. You could be, they're trying to put you in some sort of a hermit mode, quite possibly. Or they could have infiltrated a Virgo. This is definitely a silver spooner, somebody that basically had everything handed to them all their life. They don't take no for an answer. They're a spoiled fucking brat. You could be an Aries. The Emperor or Empress. So you could very well be a chosen emperor, chosen one, an emperor, dealing with a bunch of fucking psychopaths. So somebody's going to come in like they want a divine reunion with you, but it's karmic. Somebody's going to come in like they're divine. Somebody's going to come in like they've had an awakening, but they didn't. You could have very well been a people pleaser, overgiver, and you healed yourself from that. Somebody doesn't want you speaking on the truth. Wants to reconcile but forget about the past, didn't learn anything. So they don't want to be accountable for what they did, but they don't necessarily want to be with you. They just want to end you. The ancestors are reaping in the state of the world. They're spinning in their graves and needing you to stop and listen before it's too late. This was in the reverse. So the ancestors are cheering for you. They're extremely happy for how you've endured all of this bullshit. You could be a starseed, a cosmic emperor. You could be dealing with a superficial snorkel gear, surface level motherfucker. So they're only surface level. They're as deep as a puddle. The more you feel, the more you heal. The time to transmute the pain inside you. So you could have very well done a lot of shadow work over the time. Somebody didn't want you cutting ties with them and blocking them out. They tried to send you a wham bam thank you meme. So somebody that was infected. They tried to send you somebody that was infected and you didn't oblige them. Somebody that's codependent and needy could be a Pisces. Fake apology just to get back in your energy. They don't want to apologize, but they want to get back in your energy. This is a karmic grapefruit, bitter as fuck. Poser hoser playing in your face, discernment needed. I think you blocked them, so they can't poser hoser play in your face anymore. Divine magnet, divine intervention. The divine was intervening in this, telling you not to go that way. Karmic chicken, so jealous of you, will shit all over your success, but too much of a coward to go get their own. They're just beside themselves, the fact that you keep rising, because you've got the Midas touch collective. And, you know, all they have to do is like literally sit on the dock and let it float to the top. Okay? They don't necessarily have to dig down deep into their subconscious to heal themselves. They could just deal with the shit that's face value. Deal with the shit that's coming up in the moment. But they choose not to. Okay? When I wasn't able to dig deep, When I was in my karmic energy, which I was, I'm not going to lie to you, I was definitely in my karmic energy. I was a people pleaser. Okay, I had abandonment issues. I had, I would basically shape myself into what people wanted me to be in order to sustain myself. And it got to the point where it literally had me broken. It had me pretzeled. So now that I've healed that and I'm standing in my power, people got a problem with it because I'm not manipulative. I'm not able to be manipulated because I'm no longer a people pleaser. And I had to sit there at the dock and I had to wait for it to come up at first, and I had to deal with it at face value for what it was at the time in the moment. And as I started to empower myself, as I started to get my confidence back, I'm like, fuck this. Scuba gear on now. Go Go Gadget scuba gear. And I went deep and I cut it all out at the root. And once I found out where it all stemmed from, it all stemmed back from my family, my toxic family. And once I ripped it out at the root, it all went away. My subconscious is clean now because of it. Because if you can dive deep down to the root of the issue and you can eradicate the root, you eradicate the weed out of your fucking pond altogether. And that way you got no other stems growing. You've got no other limbs growing and creating more drama, creating more bullshit. And although it was very difficult at first to get through, as you go through it, you become more empowered, you become more courageous. As you alchemize it and as you empower yourself above it and as you learn from the experience and you create boundaries for yourself, you come out of that feeling of abandonment. You start to empower yourself. You start to realize that the divine's walking with you, that you are not alone. And then you start, instead of seeing things, why is all this happening to me? You try to learn the lesson as to why that it is. Why is it happening for me? It's to help you learn. It's to help you to evolve. And as you gain your courage and your self-respect and your integrity back, it really fucks people's heads up because you're not the same person as you were. They can't manipulate you like they did. And this is why it's so important that you heal. Because this is why. Because when it's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. They can't manipulate you anymore. They can't pretzel you anymore. And these dumbasses, they're avoidant introverts. They tried to condition you to be an avoidant introvert so you wouldn't heal. They tried to project their own bullshit onto you. So that way they could feel better about their insecurities. But as you learn, you become wiser to the situation, collective. And that's what people don't anticipate. And, if you're dealing with a bunch of psychopathic family members that are trafficking you out to these people and just saying, yeah, you got to go do this, you got to do that, and then you can manipulate them. All of their story ain't working anymore. Because you're not flipping the bill of what they projected out to you. You don't fit their narrative anymore. You don't fit their bullshit games, bullshit reindeer games anymore. You're not the same person as you were because you healed. And once that happens, you become a different person. You become a different, you step into this new energy. And then people can't manipulate you. People can't get what they want because you're empowered. And you start living for you. You're not living for other people anymore. And then sky's the limit. You can be whoever the fuck you want to be. But this is the whole thing. You got to believe in yourself. And you know what? If the whole world fucking did this, the world would be saved. The world would be in such a better place right now if these karmics would fucking just take the time to heal and be courageous. The healing that would go across the planet, the ripple effect of that, it would be a wonderful thing. But they're too much of a fucking coward to even do that work, and it's kind of a piss off. Because we really have a chance here to be in a world that is, compassionate, loving, caring, to actually finally say goodbye to all this karmic ass bullshit. But we can't do that unless we all take accountability individually. Some of us have a lot of work to do, some of us don't. Why do people just suddenly start doing this to people? Because they're tired, they're exhausted for wearing a dumbass mask of deception. And then they switch up on you because they're fake. Everybody's walking around faking it till they make it and not actually realizing that they're actually doing more detriment to their life than actually stepping into their inner world, finding out what their inner kingdom looks like, healing out their karmic energy, stepping into their divinity, and actually being a positive ripple across the planet. But that takes your inner work. That takes us individually doing that on a grand scale across the world. But if people are too much of a fucking coward to even look themselves in the mirror, that they can't even be happy with what they're looking at, that's not your problem, collective. These people are so insecure. Like, that's one thing that kind of bugged me about my ex. They didn't have a mirror in their house. The mirror consisted of neck high, and it was in the bathroom. And when I have these two bigger mirrors because I was doing hairdressing at one point, and I was cutting hair. So I had this one mirror here, and then I have another mirror that goes on the back of it to be like a room divider, to divide off a space. And they didn't like the mirrors. They didn't like the fact that I had these big mirrors. And the thing is when you're not healed, you do become a portal. You do become a vessel for dark entities to enter you. And if you're out here being careless and sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, then yeah, you're gonna have some sort of an entity attachment. You better believe it. This is one of the reasons why I'm celibate and I'm not out here, trying to get into a relationship, because I'm focusing on myself. I'm more happy single than I am with somebody else. Yep, and the whole thing is mirrors are actually very protective. Okay? The mirrors show the true reflection of a person. And whoever has an entity attachment, okay, the reason why they don't like looking into mirrors is because these entity attachments reveal themselves to these people. So you'll find that there's a lot of narcissists out there that if they do have a mirror, they cover it. Or they will take out all the mirrors. They won't have mirrors in their house. Now, mind you, there are people out there that do cover their mirror. because they use it for particular situations. So they'll use it for, um, they'll use it for, scrying. They'll use it for certain purposes. So they'll cover it because it has its magical purpose. Okay, and some of them they choose to cover it to protect themselves. Meanwhile, all they would have to do is put a protection on the mirror, and it becomes more of a protection and a reflective of negative energy because it reflects the negative energy outside. And this is one of the things. If you have a mirror at your front door, it reflects the bad mojo back outside. And anything negative or anything evil coming in, it reflects it. This is why you might find that there's usually mirrors in a foyer near the front door of a house, because it's actually a form of protection. Anything that tries to enter gets ricocheted back out, right back out the door. Mirrors can be for good or bad. It depends on the intention that you do have. It's the intention behind it. And I honestly thought about using a mirror in using my reflection in my live streams. So pointing my phone at a mirror, so that way any evil eye gets repelled and sent back to its sender automatically. I thought about incorporating one of the mirrors to do that. Sweet dreams, James. Yeah, you can cleanse your mirrors all the time. Usually, you can put the Palo Santo ash right in your vinegar and water, and you can bless vinegar and water, and put a little bit of salt in with it. Some people even use alcohol and salt, and they bless the alcohol. I'm being called to my dice, so I'm going to do a numerology and a dice roll here, see what type of message comes out. Somebody has some major changes coming in within the next 3 months. I also see there's two couples looking at one particular person. And I'm really kind of getting an energy of like sabotage. I'm also picking up that somebody has one particular person that wants to be with them that is at a distance, one particular person that has two couples that want to have some sort of a third party situation happen. There is 3 different options. One is of independence. In one direction. And then there is these two couples are trying to collaborate to find some sort of a another possibility for stability for someone, an individual person. And then there's another stability that is going to bring sabotage and change. So these two couples are particularly on the fence as to whether they want to collaborate with this person to help them or sabotage them. They're kind of on the fence. But this very well could be that there's some sort of, these couples could very well be a possible partnership. Somebody wants to collaborate with an individual, quite possibly who I'm speaking to, about bringing some sort of commitment into the mix, but it's long game commitment. And then there's somebody that wants to have a short commitment, but it's literally going to bring sabotage to some sort of reciprocity. There's a bunch of different individuals here trying to meddle, trying to figure out how to get back in your energy. Some of them want to collaborate, and then some of them don't want to collaborate. Some of them want to be in your energy to where they can just use you, manipulate you. And then there's one particular where you focus on yourself, you focus on your own, you focus on your own situation. I do feel that taking left field, taking a left, so to speak, is going to give you the ability to go in a different direction where you can be independent and on your own. And I feel that this is the ultimate peace that you're going to be looking for. But Spirit's wanting me to say that it is possible for you. Despite the way that things are working out, despite the way that things are, there's definitely some sort of a commitment, some sort of a stability, some sort of something here. But it's independence. You're not having to rely on other people to gain this independence. There's also somebody out here that wants to collaborate to help you find your independence. There's one particular relationship dynamic. There's some sort of a commitment here, but it's going to bring a lot of different changes. And I do feel that it will bring some sort of a Ten of Pentacles into the mix. Someone also sees that you are very prosperous and abundant, and somebody wants to collaborate regarding some sort of a commitment. But I also see that there's some sort of change that you need to make. and you need to move forward to find this reciprocity. So you need to move forward. Very well could be to try to find a new foundation for yourself. I feel like it's almost as if you need to put yourself out in the cold in order to find some sort of reciprocity, in order to find some sort of collaboration, in order to find some sort of stability. It's a lot. It's a lot to go through just to find stability. And Spirit's saying something about the fact that somebody there that is trying to get you to the point where you have no other choice but to put yourself in the cold. Like somebody's bringing you to the position where you're literally having no other choice but to leave a situation. And I'm also picking up that this other person is that's leaving you no other choice. They don't want to be the one to push you out. They don't want to be the one to leave you out in the cold. So it's almost like they want you to do it to yourself so that way they don't have to take any type of accountability or karma for that. Either way, Spirit's saying that you are going to get through this. You are going to rise above, regardless, Spirit's saying. Let's see what the Pharaoh Tarot has to say. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This may be your message, it may not. This card represents a dark woman, quick-witted and intensely perceptive. She represents a widow or a woman who has known great sadness. She will cast a personal influence on your future. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You enjoy work. You are capable of holding a position of greater responsibility. You will receive good news and have success in an investment. If you continue to show pride in your possessions, you will lose the respect of your friends and or business associates. So there's definitely something here about you having the capability of rising above, but somebody's trying to thwart you from it. I'm really picking up on that. Like this good news coming in, and you have successes in an investment, some sort of good news that's coming in, somebody wants to keep that good news from you. You could be in for trouble over your love life or by rejection of your relatives or friends. Beware of losses over business transactions or legal matters. You are magnifying your troubles out of all proportion. You have very few close friends because you are not, or you are too radical in your thoughts and action. A teenager who lives for only their own pleasure will be of no help to you whatsoever. He or she will try to get around you with flattery in order to get their own way. You will achieve riches through clever transactions. However, through an error, you could lose half of your gains. Indicated in the future is the chance of theft and robbery. Protection must be enforced. Do not be envious of others' possessions. You have the ability for happiness and riches if you broaden your mind. Your obstacle is that you are too easily discouraged. The time has come for you to make decisions with complete confidence in your own ability. You must concentrate your willpower and you will gain your objective. This is going to be a time when you will possess great power over your own fate and also over the destiny of others. With effort, you will achieve prosperity and respect. A sudden and catastrophic disruption of your life could occur. Beware of danger from injury or accident. You could bring about the needless calamity through loss of concentration. A fair teenager will cause you heartbreak in the future if you allow them to have too much of their own way. You will gain through the goodwill of friends and travel. You will reap the benefit of your past efforts. You have built up goodwill in an unexpected area. Beware of a hidden enemy. A person you believe to be a good friend is causing you trouble and planning more. Maintain self-discipline and do not lose your temper. You are missing opportunities by paying too close attention to unimportant petty details. You are an intelligent person and must learn to delegate responsibilities. You should now begin to work within a budget. The future indicates a long journey for which you will need extra finances. You have a good brain and you are usually right over the outcome of a situation. What do we got going on now? Spirit, what do we want? What do we want? Let's hear from the Sacred Feminine. We haven't heard from her in a little bit. Quick minute. If tonight's messages resonated and you'd like to donate to the channel or get your own personal reading, all the links are in the description box below. I'm looking for more members on members' side, so if you'd like to become a member at any level, it'd be greatly appreciated. Help me on a monthly basis. That way I can get into my own place and I can offer more workshops. I want to say thank you in advance for all of the donations and support, as well as the support that has happened in the past. It does not go unnoticed, and it does help out the channel. I'm in the attitude of gratitude. And I very much appreciate all of you for hanging out tonight. Sacred Feminine, what's the best blessed message for my collective to end out the evening? If you guys want your own personal message and you don't want to get one over on Hipsy, you can hang out with me Fridays here in the evening time at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I will open up the table for messages for you. Friday night open table Fridays are all for you on a personal level. So if you don't want to get your own personal reading over at Hipsy and you want to just throw me a super chat for a quick message, Friday night is the one to do it. There is a poll there if you're just jumping in. There is a poll to find out whether or not I do Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for open tables. So if you have yet to make your vote, make it count. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Very much appreciated of your time, your energy, and the abundance. All right, what do we got here? Serendipity. All right. Over the coming days, pay attention to the little synchronicities that stem from unexpected events. A life-changing event or inspiration will soon reveal itself, perhaps when you least expect it, and in the most unlikely place. Through this event, you will gain a deeper awareness of the spiritual reality that surrounds you. This results in a heightened sensitivity, and you realize that you are being spiritually guided towards new and rewarding experiences. A serendipitous event leads you to the new creative possibilities and positive opportunities. New friendships are formed and many blessings come your way. Eternal embrace. Everything in the universe consists of complementary opposites, so there is no point in wishing that everyone around you was more like you. Accept this universal truth, and you will avoid future disappointments. Every time you identify a quality in another that you don't like, pause for a moment and identify that same quality within you. If you have identified that quality in another, then it is sure that it exists in you also. If you can't see it within yourself, it is simply because you have repressed that quality. Every quality that you think you possess comes with an opposite quality attached to it. You can't have one without having the other. Read and reflect on the following sets of qualities and feelings listed on the next page, several times each day as you go. You may want to add more qualities. Slowly reflect on each one until you are able to see each of these qualities within yourself. When you are able to own and love each one equally, you will have made a major breakthrough, which leads to a newfound sense of balance and well-being. I'm going to show you these qualities on the page so that way you can pause and check them out for yourself. Hopefully it's showing up right. Yeah. All right, little children. When given paints and a brush, a young child will automatically express and portray images of the people and things that he or she loves, and then enthusiastically explain who and what everything in the picture represents. Children have no preconceived ideas about how they should express themselves. They just do it naturally and spontaneously in any way that they can. You could benefit by adopting a similar attitude at this time. Let go of all your hang-ups and express yourself freely without judgment. Express all that you have stored in your heart. You can express yourself in a myriad of ways and verbal expression. Journal writing, painting, drawing, music, and dance are but a few of the ways in which you can effectively express your feelings and emotions. This will help you to clear the emotional blockages that have formed over the past few months. You will then regain newfound sense of enthusiasm for life, and this will filter through to your work and relationships. The real you. As humans, we are so attached to our physical world that we often lose sight of our true nature. In attaching your identity and sense of worth to worldly status and achievements, you have lost touch with the real you. Something inside you yearns to reconnect, so pay attention to your feelings and start to reclaim the many beautiful qualities that you possess. The unique qualities you have for so long repressed and ignored. Lighten up and have fun. Laughter is the best medicine for you at this time. Let go of all that you think is right and wrong and all that you think you should do or just be you. As your true nature reemerges, you'll feel inspired and discover a new way of looking at life. In turn, you will achieve greater success and feel a greater sense of fulfillment. So nurture yourself physically, spiritually, and emotionally. There's so much to be grateful for, and there's so much of life to explore. We got Messenger. You will soon find yourself shining brightly. As such, you attract much admiration and attention from others. Our universe was born through a superluminous explosion of light, and in an instant it expanded from a tiny point to span billions of light years in every direction. You too are about to experience a rapid expansion which brings increased recognition in your field of work or study. You will soon be looking over the horizon as you travel to far and distant lands. Be grateful for all the new experiences that are about to come your way, and for all that you have accomplished. Enjoy each moment, yet remain humble and grateful, for in doing so you will attract even the greater support from others. You are a beacon of light and hope, a source of great inspiration for many who cross your path. So go forth in love and light. Thank you, Cody. Go forth and be true to yourself. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. In a world full of dreams that stem from your heart, in oneness, love and hatred, wonder and awe, softness and pain, joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits, a void wanting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength, like a budding rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to greener pastures. Keep your pockets full of dreams, for life is a test of faith. Allow your light to shine. There is no beginning or end. There's only love. And to that collective, I finish off the evening. Again, I thank you so much for joining me this evening, Collective. Stay tuned on Fridays if you want a personal message, or go ahead and order one through the Hipsy link in the description. Okay? Donations are graciously accepted and graciously appreciated. You can donate to my PayPal if you don't want to donate through Hipsy or through YouTube. The description again is in the description box. The link is in the description box. If you try to search for me through PayPal, you probably won't find me, so use the link in the description box. Okay? And on that note, let's get an angel card. Yeah, Voice of Souls. Yeah, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Let's get a Voice of Souls and an angel card. A bunch of angel cards before I leave. They were kind of hidden from view. From my view, anyway. I got the tablet out here. Yeah, Psych. Voice of Souls, what's the overall message for my collective? What do they need to know right now? Yeah, somebody doesn't want to learn a lesson, apparently. But they're learning one regardless. Oh, welcome to welcome to Memberside, Marco. When did that happen? Was it last night? Or was that today sometime? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, so the thing is that they're going to be learning a lesson and they're not going to be able to ask you for help for this. This is somebody that you may have cut off. What's this all about, Spirit? Yeah. You've been guided to not help them. There's certain people that you cannot help. These people that do not want to learn their lesson, they are unhelpable. They're not meant to be receiving any type of help from you. And I think you're starting to realize this. You're being guided because this brings you to unhappiness when you try to help these people that don't want your help. Specifically karmic individuals, karmic relationships. Spirit's saying it's better to just be present, if anything. Yeah, because they try to steal from your abundance. They try to take from your abundance. But Spirit's saying you're going to become free from this very soon. Yeah, this person is not getting the spiritual messages, and this is why you're not to help them. They've been told multiple times to get out of your energy, and they're not listening. So the smack hammer, apparently, is what Spirit's saying is coming down on them for not wanting to learn this lesson. And they're not receiving the message from the divine, so you are not to help this person. Because they will only try to, if you try to guide them, they will bring unhappiness into your experience. And they will take from your abundance. This is ultimately a karmic relationship. Yeah, they want you to submit to them. They want you to submit to guiding them, but they're only here to bring unhappiness and siphon from you. The physical pain card is on the bottom of the deck. I knew the drama wasn't over. When is it ever? Bradley Bear, welcome in, buddy. Yeah, the thing is you're to release the anger regarding this situation. Don't hold any anger towards this person, because Spirit saying something along the lines of they know exactly what they're doing, but apparently they know not what they do because they are so absent-minded. You just need to release the anger. And also there's something here about, by you having anger, by them trying to create an anger through this karmic relationship, that frequency is ultimately taking you out of the abundance and the happiness frequency of what you've built, what you've healed and what you've tried to build for yourself. So release the anger, okay? Yeah, this person definitely has to deal with their inner child. They have a lot of inner child work that they're not recognizing or they're not acknowledging. And this is what makes them a karmic. Something to do with abuse, something to do with abandonment, something to do with that kind of thing. Yeah, and the karmic relationship, if you do submit to this, there's going to be some sort of regret with this. You're going to regret it. So any anger that they're trying to create, and I'm really getting reactive abuse with this anger, right? So if they're trying to get you to react or act out of character or whatever, just release it. Don't even acknowledge it, okay? They're holding secrets. Yeah, and the divine is trying to release you from some sort of pain. And if they did their childhood, inner child work, okay, there would be no pain. This would release a lot of their pain that they have. And the fact that they're not doing their inner child work, they're definitely in regret because they're holding these secrets, trying to keep themselves from any type of pain, trying not to remember this physical pain, quite possibly. And they're going to be more in regret for submitting to this than anything else, because it's bringing unhappiness into their world. into their frequency. So Spirit's saying just automatically forgive them because they're in a process of I'm being told frozen alchemy. So like they're not able to alchemize it because of the way that they're holding on to it. So Spirit's asking you to look at it from a different perspective. Ultimately, this is a them problem, not a you problem. So there's some sort of message of warning regarding regrets and secrets. Message of forgiveness, and it's not me. So I guess your Spirit's saying to Spirit's asking for forgiveness. Something about taking accountability for somebody else's bullshit. Forgive yourself for feeling like you have to take accountability for somebody else's bullshit, because it's not for you. Something about a reunion. I don't see anything good coming from this reunion. Yeah, somebody's trying to not have karma, and they are not to be forgiven. Somebody's trying to thwart their karma. They should not be forgiven, or they're not willing to forgive you. And because they're not willing to forgive you, they're going to receive karma. They're ultimately going to receive karma for triggering you, for creating unrest, for dysregulating your nervous system. Anybody that comes into your energy that's dysregulating you or trying to bring you out of balance, they're going to get it. They're going to be having their bullshit handed to them on a silver platter, is what I'm being told. Because you don't deserve it. Alright, Spirit, what's going on? What's the closing message? Your desires are not unholy. Heal the child within. Give the gift of your presence. Downloads of intuition. Okay. Start at the top. So, your desires are not unholy. You are being encouraged to connect to the energy of desire and ignite your passions. As long as what you desire doesn't cause harm or danger to any living being, your desires are not unholy. Express yourself, play, and be untamed for allowing these raw and authentic aspects of yourself to come to the surface. Also, allow the universe to see you in all of your glory. Activation, I ignite the fire of my passion and let it soar. Gabrielle, Archangel Gabriel, heal the child within. There are parts of yourself that you had to abandon in your early years in order to survive, but now it's essential to reclaim all those parts in order to thrive. The child within you requires some tender, loving care at this time. So let them come to the surface and express all that needs to be shared. Hold them with compassion and give them radical healing, understanding, and love. Activation, I let healing and light reach all parts of myself. Did I do the activation for this? I ignite the fire of my passions and let it soar. Okay, the Shekinah, give the gift of your presence. Now is the time to show up in ways that you have never shown up before. Get present with those you love and care about. Go beyond distractions and direct yourself back to the current moment so that you can enjoy the blessings that surround you. Instead of focusing on where you are going or what has previously happened, enjoy the beauty of the here and the now. Activation, I awaken to the blessings of the present moment. Archangel Haniel, downloads of intuition. Trust what is coming to you, for the information is absolutely a glimpse of the future. Your psychic gifts are heightened at the moment, and it is essential for you to take the time to record what is coming from within. As a reminder, nothing is set in stone, and therefore if your intentions change, you can absolutely rewrite what is to come. But you are receiving information that will serve you on your way. Activation, I trust my intuition and psychic gifts. Did I miss something, Lilith? Welcome in, Jennifer. Sorry I didn't see you come in. Cody, read the description box again, please. I know you appreciate my work, and it is greatly appreciated. I will put you on a list, but this is a collective night, right? This is why I have Open Table Fridays. Okay? This is why I have Open Table Fridays. Because I want to put the collective message out, but I don't want to be mixing the collective message with a bunch of readings on the side. That's the situation. I'm trying to separate the two. I'm trying to keep it into position where if you want to come for a reading, you want a little message, there's certain days for that. Okay, because half the time when I do the readings, it's usually when Spirit is calling me to do that, and that is literally the only time I do that after the collective reading, is when Spirit calls me to do the readings. Okay? And Spirit has recently told me to separate the two. To have just the collective messages be on a collective night, and then have an open table for the people that want to get a message. So that way they're automatically separated. It sets a precedence, it sets a boundary, so that way everybody knows, everybody, like if one person wants a message, then everybody gets a message, kind of a situation. And then it throws the whole collective message off, right? When I come in to do the collective message, I'm being called to do a collective message, so I do the collective message. But if I got super chats, super stickers, and all that coming through in the middle, hey, can I get a reading? Hey, can I get a reading? Can I get a reading? And it's just expected, then that throws off the collective message. It's very irritating. Nothing personal, but it's irritating because here I am trying to get out a collective message, and it's not that I'm not appreciative of the prosperity, don't get me wrong. But when I have a message, it's like somebody coming into a classroom and interrupting the teacher and end up being the center of attention, wanting to be the center of attention of the class and wanting to pull away from the lesson. It's kind of the same situation. What do you think the teacher's going to do? The teacher's going to tell you to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up and listen to the lesson, aren't they? I'm trying to be compassionate in that respect and give you guys a day, a night, so that way if you guys want a message, you can get a message on those particular days where it becomes your table, not the collective table. And this is why I have Friday night open tables. And this is why I have been considering having it open from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this is why I have put a poll on my live tonight to bring about that change and integration, so that way I'm helping out everybody that needs a message, that wants a message. Well, I'm just stating a lot. I'm just stating the case, okay? And I'm only opening up the possibility for 3 days if there's the demand for it. I'm totally fine with having the open table Fridays. I'm totally fine with that. Because it's open table Fridays, and then I have my open table for my members on the members side, Saturdays. Okay, so I start off with the overall collective on members side, and then I go into the open table for my members. So whoever, and it gives them the chance to get the notification to jump in and get in and settle down and settle in order to be there to get that message. And members, you're already paying for that message, so you don't necessarily need to put in for that message again, right? If you want to throw me a tip, then that's great. But Saturdays are for you members. You get once a week. Okay, and we do a monthly forecast at the beginning. The first Saturday of every month is a monthly forecast for the month. So you get a full reading. You get a collective and a full reading at the first of the month for being a member. Okay, and that's for level 1 through 4. Okay, if you are part of the flight club, you can still get a message. If you're part of the message squad, you can still get a message. That's chat side. You can still get a little message. But it's because you've put in and you've been supportive over the time, over the months and years that I've been here. So this is my giving back my appreciation to you. But Cody, I will keep you on a list. Come on back Friday night and you can get a message. I will remember your $10, and I will also get you a ballot as well. Yeah, I will work on the ballots later. I have record of them in my studio, so I will grab the ballots later on. So if you have donated, you get a ballot, and it gets added to the ballot bowl for a full message, and um, those will be drawn on the full moon and the new moon each month. So we already had our full moon draw. Okay, we have Stephen Jenkins, we have Kimberly, and we have Mustang Annie. You guys all have readings you haven't claimed. If by the end of the month you haven't claimed those readings, you can claim them by posting a comment in the comments to say that you got the message, and then correspond with me either through Facebook or Instagram or through the comment section, and we will exchange either an email of some sort, and then I will delete that comment, so that way you have access to the email. I just need to know that you're paying attention to the comment section in order to get that email, and then then we can either hook up through YouTube, where I send you an email link and you connect to me through YouTube, or you can connect to me through Instagram or Facebook. And if you're connecting to me through YouTube, then you have access via a link after that to access your reading, and it's a private reading. But that will be done through email. But let's see. We're sitting at 42% and 39%, so Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So maybe we'll do that. I think we'll start. I'm going to continue the Open Table Fridays for January, and then I will see how they go. And if they are a hit, then I will open up Monday, Wednesday, Friday for February. Okay? We'll see how it goes. All right, collective, on that note, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will put you on a list there, Cody. You can come in Friday night and get a free reading. It's not really free, but you already paid for it. My prices did go up at Hipsy by maybe $5 or $10, so it's not that much. But they have changed. I'm going to leave the prices the same for members, but I very well could be adding a tier in members. It's going to be a higher tier. In order to be able to support me more, if you'd like to support more than what is offered already. So that's going to be available soon. And I may change the name to some of the tiers, but it will coincide with the particular situation. But I'm still kind of pondering on what I want to do and how I want to work it out. So, but anyway, collective, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the ongoing support, and I will catch you tomorrow night for another collective message. Thank you so much for joining me, and the prosperity and the support. If you cannot be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way, you can be good to others. You're all very welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I'll catch you in the next video.